where the hell is my stage mod?
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the grid right now, Stack. I'm pretty sure this is banned in Capcom Cup right now. They literally weren't allowed to play on the stage, but it seems that you're the rule breaker over here. Gotta call it Capcoms.
It makes me wonder what stage this is that the mod isn't working on, but in any case.
It might be the grid alternative one, because it's the, not the normal.
That would be Suzaku Castle at night. So I'll have to remember that. Damn, what an interception! Yeah, so as I was mentioning, Ed in these ranks has to be scary, but it doesn't look like, whoa, DJ's too concerned.
Wake up the XP. Just firing those booms, he's gonna take that right there. And what we have tonight, better than the other ones.
I mean, honestly, Stack should have gotten that mod that makes the grid a different stage for him, but whatever.
Yeah. We weren't just talking about that, but anyway. In any case. So I was actually thinking when I made this matchup, I was a little bit worried that MashingMonkey might prove too much for the Ultra Silver Guile, but out the gate, Guile's booming.
Yeah, DJ's 7077 is just navigating this neutral really well. Like I thought that MashingMonkey was going to take that second V skill and try and navigate through the fireballs, but it seems that DJ just has this like really solid timing, I guess, on it. He kind of knows when Mashing wants to try and move in. Like, just like that, catches him with the X boom, he's going to walk him down. He's been walking him with the corner really well throughout the sets as well.
Yeah, it's essential to try to stop those booms coming as soon as you see an EX. He's trying to navigate it, but that's a hard button to react to. You kind of have to see it coming.
Sure, and that flash kick's going to take him off from his minus.
Got it that time.
Activate, be reversed on the activation. Get off me, DJ says.
Okay, MashingMonkey trying to find. He ain't mashing too much. I'm not seeing a whole lot of mashing going on, especially with that flicker, but the preemptive V skill. Still alive. You got the super
magic pixel right now, and the jab's gonna take it.
Interception.
That's gonna be the first one for DJ.
Nice, yeah. So the only time the chain follow-up in V-Trigger 2 is real is if he does the full charge Fierce Punch, or he gets you to block an EX Fireball. So that's why that jab won there. So you had a gap. So just be a little careful that you don't.
I really like that advice that he's given there. I wonder if MashingMonkey, what lowdown he's getting from Sarah over here. Well, let's see.
Just tap it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it sounds like MashingMonkey's learning a little bit more about his character on the fly.
I'm wondering if MashingMonkey, I heard just tap it. I'm wondering if they're referencing Flicker, and I really hope that they're not. That's kind of Ed's entire gameplay.
I think they were referencing the V skill too to get through the booms. Maybe just tap it instead of hold it down all the way.
I think hold goes further, but it might be why.
Yeah, but the tap, I think the startup might be faster on it, and so be able to get to the boom. I'm not sure. That might be what it is. Usually when I get my fireballs blown up, I think it's the tap version, but in any case.
EX upper's going to get blown up twice right now. That block stream is going to get intercepted by an EX flash kick, and so does the V skill.
You know, I don't know how much of this DJ is actually looking for, but he's just cutting everything short. Nope. Nope. No thanks. Thanks.
That's going to be interesting to see for sure. And like you said, it was kind of looking almost like it was a super gold versus an ultra silver, or a super silver, right? But it seems DJ's climbing the ranks, and he's also climbing this win count right now.
Yeah. You know, it could just be the unfamiliarity. With Ed in the low ranks, that's what I was worried about. But it seems like you actually had the right idea where the Guile kind of is presenting all these options, the weird neutrals that you might not be used to. Everything moves him forward. And he's just getting clipped with everything.
Those forward heavy punches are doing numbers right now on Ed.
Yeah, imagine getting smacked with that in real life.
Backwards. As we know, Guile's spinning backwards a lot better than some of the other characters. More ranged forward heavy punches. Nash having a similar one.
He's too late. He's too late on that upper.
And the sweep is going to close it out. DJ's up 2-0. Why would you not just spend the charge on this guy? Get your double points.
Let's just fully recover.
Only available through the Division 3-1.
Like, after that,
I had to say that like an infomercial.
Psycho Knuckle.
Warning. Man might actually be able to benefit it.
Heavy punch.
Okay.
It seems like Mavado's talking about what the Edge should be doing here. Maybe the MashingMonkey's listening in, but regardless of that, the Sonic booms are just gonna close up this neutral game almost here.
Yeah, it's hard to say whether or not the DJ, the Guile player, is really placing these normals well, or if MashingMonkey's just living true to his name and just moving forward way too hard and just getting clipped with everything.
The DJ is going to actually be the one that's going to take charge here and get this offensive string going right now. Intercepts the V-skill with the overhead.
Yeah,
This ain't no Ultra Silver.
V-skill 2. Gee, he's not even jab checking. Free. One more.
One more, yeah, you know, Guile, man, he's just running into everything. I think MashingMonkey needs to pick his shots a little bit better. There's a lot of tools that Ed has in neutral that he is not utilizing just yet.
I like to see him use that fireball more. And the kick upper, the Psycho Splash, might have been a little bit better there for the anti instead of the EX upper, but I think he was afraid of the clip way up.
It's not
EX
working out
upper
for him.
just- no. Now he's in the right corner here, getting
That's a
pressured
super.
by these
Oh.
big Guile buttons. Oh, confirms into it. We go see it back. Oh, it closes.
Oh,
it
nice.
out.
End it with a super. Come on.
Aw.
All right, that's
Do
fine.
it before.
I used to be able to do super on hitbox, but I sold it to get a new one.
That's the thing with Division 5, and that's why we have a lot of rules that don't apply to Division 5, because, man, it can so easily go in one way or the other, and it does a lot. MashingMonkey out of there.
Like we said, it's a really volatile division. I think MashingMonkey had the right idea, right? Navigate the booms with the V skill, right? But just not able to really capitalize on that. Those EX uppers just did not work out. And look at these big buttons that Guile's throwing out, just getting stuffed constantly. Maybe he was mashing the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, everything was working. That's all there could be said about that. Whether or not the Guile was doing it with extreme deliberation, there's a reason for it. He just kept getting smacked by everything, and I think MashingMonkey has to think a little bit more about how he wants to get in for next time.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. But next up, another Ed player. It's like Ending Walker all over again. Ed everywhere, constantly on my Twitter feed. And Ed in Stream Team Battle now against PimpDaddyCane, the G player. What are your thoughts on this one, Stack, for sure?
Well, I'm actually just going to first make sure that each team picks grid 1, because I do have, I know that one works. But what did you ask me one more time? I'm sorry.
I was just wondering what your thoughts on this matchup on the G Ed matchup. I'm not really familiar with that. I know G a little bit. I had to navigate that on my Stream Team League games, but I'm not super familiar with the Ed matchup in particular. Ed G. What do you think's gonna happen there?
Well, Mavado has been on several times, and actually so has PimpDaddyCane as well. So no lack of experience on Stream Team Battle, the format, which is actually plays a big role, because it can make you or break you pretty hard. But that is an interesting question. The V skill is not that good against G's fireballs. I know that much. So we're gonna see if he has that incessant flicker action on deck. PimpDaddyCane, I think, has a winning record on Stream Team Battle. I'm not sure about that one. So we're gonna
Andy's
have to
one
find
has the
out.
numbers more than we do for sure. I think GV skill is going to absorb one of Ed's neutral tools with that fireball and the EX fireball. That GV skill is going to be able to absorb that, so might see a little bit more of a problem. G's kind of more of a defensive grappler, trying to get his, get that president meter up. So I'm wondering how well that kind of keep away game is going to go, especially with the big ranged buttons coming from G, right? If those are actually going to be able to get through Flicker, and if Mavado's going to take advantage of Flicker's really active hitbox as well, and just kind of shut him down with those big nooch buttons,
Yep, it's true. I think I got these guys lined up to give us a more aesthetic stage. Yeah, but there's a lot of G's on Stream Team Battle, man. I don't know what it is, and Ed's as well.
I know. We've had we had Scythe, who was on the same. We had Scythe, who was one of the players on not Prototype's team, I don't believe, in Stream Team League. I'm having a stroke right now, actually trying to think about who was on that one. But I remember Scythe was one of the G players that taught me how to be the G player that I was playing against in Division 3, right? So there's already two right there. We got PimpDaddyCane is the third one. We got everyone. I try to pick up G like just for Dulcim players, 'cause I don't like Dulcim. I'm that petty, right? I'm glad we don't have any Dulcim players on this card.
If you guys haven't, I don't think we mentioned it. !bet space the blue number space any number up to 1,000. You get free cash up here in Stream Team Battle. So you have $1,000 actual dollars to bet on whoever you want. I bet on PimpDaddyCane because that's a name that you don't bet against.
Oh heck no.
I'm actually trying to remember what his damn CFN is. I don't know why I don't have it saved.
And
Oh.
Quinnipitt does make a good point. We had 2 more G players last week. Or
That's what
not
I'm saying.
last week. Yeah.
In the mirror match.
Yeah, we had the G mirror match, correct. So we got G Nation out here. Everyone's trying to be smug.
Yeah, and I actually really enjoy the character himself, so I have no problem
He's
with
so
that. No problem with that. Even we had Dual Kevin going up against Rushdown. And we got these
Yep,
guys
that's
in the
right.
chat. So let's get it going, guys. And as always, we haven't received any donations yet, but I started us off with 10 to give us something. Give us a little bit of pink on that bar. Donations welcome right there, guys. These
Get
captains...
that money in.
These captains have been encouraged to stay really active in the chat because I think that's such an important part of Stream Team Battle that all the players get to engage with the captain. So that's where a solid chunk of the funds go. And I think everyone's okay with that too because the experience is pretty valuable.
100%, I agree with that. I think that we didn't hear a lot from Team 2 that game. We didn't really get to listen in on them much, trying to do a little bit more. But I know Prototype was talking almost constantly that entire set that I was watching. I could see their little Discord things on the right. He is perpetually lit up green, just spitting advice right now.
I actually remember that about him even back in Stream Team League. He was very active. And those are the types of players that you want.
That's the captain that you love to have. And I know that Sarah was really good about like training up with their team when I was on it. Like we do try and do little training sessions before, not the way that Chris CCH was doing it, but I know that Sarah tried to get the training sessions in. But it's kind of hard to get training sessions when you have a blackout card and you don't know who's on your team.
That's
what
the
stuff
problem. You gotta think fast, and even then, you weren't even in. You don't even know your teammates until then.
Or your teammates on your opponent, and they don't even know their own matchup. But speaking of fast, this G's just gonna jump in and start whacking away at Mavado right now.
Yeah, it's actually been a while since PimpDaddyCane's been on. Mavado is a pretty regular competitor, a little bit easier to remember. He's even developed some grudges with some of the other players.
Yeah, Nightmare James, the Abigail player. I remember that one.
Yep.
Another big body grappler that he has to play against that he doesn't like. What we do like is that donation sound. Stat, take
That
it away.
sounded sweet. 15 bucks from Speak Too Soon. Let's get it going. Thank you very much. That puts us at 25. Thank you very much, Speak Too Soon. I don't think I've seen that name before in the donations. Thank you very much.
That's going to put us at 25, and that's going to put this G almost in the corner, but he's navigating his way back to this neutral space. And like I said, those big buttons are kind of getting clipped by the flicker. Just like that. A little bit unsafe on block, and the crouching low is going to take that side of PimpDaddyCane. Let's kind of hear what's going on over there on that side. I want to hear more. I want to hear more too.
Mavado is showing Team 2. This is what you're supposed to do with Ed. Relentless.
It's a little bit quiet over there on Team 2 right now, but I think Team 1's definitely just popping off. It's Mavado, right? He talks a lot.
Yeah, I think once you start to develop the winning momentum, you'll probably start to talk a little bit more. Once you start seeing it, maybe start to lose hope a little early on. You can't do that. It's 3-0, but we have a long exhibition ahead of us.
And we have the Charger King that's going to be coming up in Divisions 3 and up. That's going to just swing it to a completely different side for just one singular game. And we're going to swing it to the side. Ed's going to try and take him coast to coast here with that V-trigger activate, but not capitalizing on it.
Yeah, actually, it's a good point. We're actually seeing the alternative V system. V skill 1, V trigger 1, as opposed to what we just saw. Bear Gas trying to light it up. Doesn't work, but does he have the punish? Oh, that's a punish.
He gets the dash through it.
Okay.
That looked good too. Okay, optimal punishes. I see you.
All right.
Does dash after V trigger 2?
Heavy
Okay.
punch.
It's good to hear that from Team 1. They're just seeming really confident right now in this momentum, but I'd like to see a little bit more action out of Team 2. Now it's kind of quiet over there. Cero might be giving some advice. It's a bit quiet over there. Biggamal actually speaking more.
Commit to the button on wake up, or can you react?
Yeah, Biggamal, one of the more the players we look forward to playing the most, especially going up against Glitter. I think this is going to be an interesting way that this card is set up, because you have really no clue what's going to happen in the first two divisions, but they're very much set in the way of the favorites being on one team and then the other and then the other to have even a score as possible. But right now, Team 1's taken over. Clean jump in.
That's just gonna wrap it up right there. I'm not sure what should be.
Be confident in whatever you're comfortable with right now.
That's actually
just telling you.
Yeah, that simple advice is actually really good. If you're gonna do something in a situation like this, you just have to do it. Don't sit there and second guess what you're gonna do, because you're gonna end up being too passive and not pulling the trigger on anything. So if you're having a hard time putting together a game plan, I think that's good advice.
And you can kind of see a little bit more confidence, right? Just even just the simple words of hearing a old Warlord Templar saying, be confident, and then just kind of starts walking his opponent down. I kind of like it, but Mavado's not having it, walking PimpDaddyCane back into the corner. The CFN name's got me mixed.
Yeah, and not to mention, I don't know what's with the rank differential. That's quite a little gap there, but Mavado is showing that rank ain't nothing. Wait, that didn't work.
Why didn't that work? Oh, because the V trigger activate's gonna leave him the iframes.
I've never seen that interaction. Bizarre. Mavado brings it up 5-0 for Team 1. This early, this is moving fast.
It's kind of quiet over there on the other team side as well now. It's not a word actually out of Team 2.
You know, yeah, it's worth mentioning that sometimes people like the, hey, can you just be...
He might have told them to be quiet.
Yeah, you know, that would definitely work in my favor to have some silence. So Mavado working on the second 3-0 for the team already.
That dash low is going to clip him. The V skill is going to actually look like he almost tried to jump out of the corner right there, but good lockdown. I'd like to see some more anti-airs from PimpDaddyCane. Mavado's kind of getting away with a lot of neutral space, I think.
Yeah,
especially against big button boy like me.
It is kind of hard to see where so much of the damage is coming from. I mean, we're not seeing anything in particular other than just like that type of conversion there. He's just getting clipped with something. And Fairgas, PimpDaddyCane just not able to get anything started. Finally finds an opening.
Big activate, let's see the damage. He's going to do that. Get some presidential meter right now. That flicker was unsafe. Goes for the command grab twice and whips it. That was command grab regular.
He's trying really hard to get that armor command grab. Misses it.
That Tekken misses it.
Super fortunate for PimpDaddyCane. Buffer!
I like that spacing trap.
Something.
He's going to take that PimpDaddyCane on the board now, and this really Mavado sided set now. Things are starting to swing his way, and I'd like to see that momentum carry on.
Yeah,
He's getting a little bit more active.
Team 2 would like to as well, because you don't want to be down 6-0. It's rough, because then it leaves you so little room for the upcoming sets.
And not a lot of anti-airs coming out of Mavado right now. I wonder if it's just like a lot on the mental stack. He's gotten clipped by a couple of those dash lows, so maybe he's looking a little bit on the ground. Like there's a lot of mileage on that jump, and like I said, it's going to take him coast to coast to activate here. Get some president meter.
Lava hands, Buffalo Wild Wings, a whole bucket. Finds the hit.
Another one, president meter.
Oh,
he's
too
level 3 president.
Too early. But he messes up the punish, but he gets another opportunity.
Grab.
Clean Mavado on his way to another 3-0. No!
Thank God you're making Ed.
Just talking about how he loves playing Ed.
That is a stunning point.
Yeah,
Chases him down. Mavado go for the kill smells blood in the water. Smell this.
Counter not. No mileage out of that though. Just trying to zone out the fireballs here. V-skill anti-air. I despise that, but I love the idea. Just big mileage on these jump-ins.
Yeah, and add the presidentiality on top of it.
It's going to be a lot rougher to navigate the neutral with these level 3 fireballs right now, but what's going to help him? Right over it! Cartwheel kick.
Gets it!
Showtime, and he's stunned, baby. Let me hear that. Let me hear that speech.
No need for super. Finally gets one on the board, and he needed that now, actually, because
That's what I'm saying. Just rush. This Street Fighter fucked them up.
a valid point. Cody Mayer with the 29 months. Wow, that's too long. Oh, Rich.
Round 1.
Stream Team League captain in his own right. We got 2 of them here tonight leading the card.
Now we're just gonna see right back into it. These players duking it out on neutral. Well, space crouch medium punch. No knockdown off of it though. And,
700 bits from Minister of Defense 79.
sheesh. But you know what's not good about this defense right now is PimpDaddyCane in the corner. I'm getting crushed kind of twice. He's gonna check that throw. Activate though. Corner.
Okay. Position there. Doesn't have the answer for that. That's actually a pretty big tell because that is super punishable if the opponent's ready for that. The angle. Oh!
Just the V skill, another cartwheel kick. Trying to buffer that stand light into something though. Trying to clip and pressing buttons. Mavado has been liking to press his buttons. I like the confidence to throw the fireball and press the meter and not get clipped by the root trigger.
Being preemptive, handling that V trigger 1 is one way to go about it.
He's got the president meter again. Whiffs the dash straight. That's okay.
It's gonna take some serious work to get through these presidential fireballs.
And I like PimpDaddyCane with the anti-air
No
there.
flash
That's
on,
a
sir.
good answer right there.
Okay. He's done a better job not eating so much damage on the way in and taking away a lot of that threat of the V-Trigger 1 with just pushing against it.
Yeah, most people kind of give up the neutral there a little bit,
Yeah,
but I
put yourself
think
in
that
the corner. Mavado though, ooh, not today.
got to talk about a perfect right there. That was a perfect interrupt into the V trigger activate.
Yeah, these days they don't even let me get the word out. No.
I kind of like that. He's backing that PimpDaddy's backing off a little bit, trying to build up his meter just enough to start zoning with his fireballs, and that's a great jump in right there. Gonna take him coast to coast.
Yeah,
Spins the V trigger. Gets another one.
That same angle is not working for Mavado, trying to V-scale up like that, but PimpDaddyCane just a little too.
That's an activate. That was a little bit unsafe on the activate. Oh, the throw works.
Jumps right back in there. No! Mavado! One more round.
I definitely was not scared, 100%.
Let's go. Let's go.
Definitely was not contemplating that decisions.
Sounds
And
fearless.
sounds confident in his game plan right now, and I think that, you know, PimpDaddyCane's gotten a lot more comfortable as the sets progressed. I've seen it in his game plan. He's walking him down a little bit more, getting a little bit more aggressive with his dash straights.
Yeah, Mavado's had a pretty good gauge on the command grab. I think only having been hit by 1 out of the 4 or 5 that Beargas has thrown out there. Some of them by accident where the armor just, or V-Trigger 1 made that weird interaction where the command grab just said, nope. That's not
Both
gonna work
players-
here, bud.
Both players sitting on full meter right now as well. There's a lot of damage that's being left on the table right now, and
Mavado, let's see this conversion. Big time.
that might actually wrap it up. I wonder if they can.
No, I think he's got a sliver. He's got a sliver. And PimpDaddyCane, he's got a lot of juice. Big hit. Activate. What can he do with this though? Something.
Oh, he spins the EX bar instead of the super right now. Gonna take him coast to
That's
coast.
big damage though. Another one. PimpDaddyCane.
Grab.
Still alive.
Optimal on the wheel kicks there. This is. Where is this damage
50-50.
coming
This
from?
50-50. EX. Oh,
Oh,
Mavado!
the EX is gonna wrap.
It's-
Oh, let's get it. All right.
Spoiler.
I random when I want to.
No, absolutely.
Stressful
He
watch.
was invading the whole time, so.
It's called being crazily awesome.
He calls that being optimal over there on that end.
It's called
It
being
was
crazily optimal.
crazily optimal. And I think that if Pimp Daddy had thrown out like a light, he would have been able to actually block in time, because you know that EX upper has a long startup. And we'll actually see it play out right here. This damage comes from nowhere. This V trigger is crazy. Look at that. Guess for game situation instantly.
I mean, you know, what are you gonna do right there? I mean, you're either gonna press or give Ed the breathing room to do something.
And
It's
he
just a
actually
tough
did go for the
situation.
safe pressure. You'll see it here actually. He did go for the stand light that I was talking about. And he just didn't block or have time to block, I think. Well, G's lights are 4 frames, right? So maybe he just didn't have time to do it.
Maybe
I don't-
he could have committed or pressed the jab too late. Who knows? But a tough loss. But now it's what, 6-1? So he was able to
Another-
get 1 on the board. That's big, because 6-1, 6-0, 2 different things. You're not 2 sets out. you know? Because that would
Sure,
mean
that's-
if it was 6-0 that they're going to have to 3-0 the next two just to get up to par, but now they have at least one more point of leeway, which doesn't sound like a lot, but actually it turns out to be that way later on as the games get tighter, as the divisions get bigger.
Yeah, I agree with that one for sure. And I think that it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle over here for Team CeroBlast. But CeroBlast, known to clutch up in those situations, getting those big games. Did it before against Prototype. That was a really dominating set. But so we need to focus on right now, Jury versus Balrog, Taku and Disturbia. What do you think's going to happen here?
Well, I do know one thing. Disturbia was gold signing up for Stream Team League, however long ago that was, and has since gone up to Diamond. Chucked away a lot of the really bad habits that they had early on that they were known for. EX into EX, the -2 situations, just all gambling. But now Disturbia has realized, you can't be doing that all the time because you're going to lose half those scenarios. And has gotten the consistency to get to Diamond. Taku, I actually saw, I was talking to you before the stream started, saw him in a local bracket. He might be Chicago, and I see Killer J in the chat too, who's from Chicago. So maybe we've got a Chicago boy on the card today.
Hey, I was born there, bro. Shouts to my Chicago homies. And we were talking about gambling earlier. Disturbia liking to do those gambles, EX moves to EX moves. But you know what you guys can gamble on? The Gambling Ram. Place your bets. Get your money. And speaking of money, another donation. Quintessa with the $10.
Oh, is that Quinn with the 10? Let's go, guys. Quintessa it's been just not the same with you not signing up anymore. Quintessa, thank you very much. We got up to 35. Guys, donate, please, to the players. It takes a lot to get this production going on, and it takes a lot of participation from all the players. And we really, hear me out for a second here. The future is online, whether you like it or not. Less people going to locals, and that's just the way it is. But the locals don't have to be offline. In these chats, in the Stream Team Battle Discord, we have 600 players in there, and a bunch of setups, and we really want to encourage the voice chat aspect. Speak too soon. Hit us again halfway. Are you in the Discord? You need to sign up, whoever you are.
Better.
But thank you very much, getting us halfway through that goal as we get into Division 3.
You're talking about online a lot. We've seen players at Capcom Cup like Ending Walker, who is known for just being literally an online player, right? Went to maybe, I think, what was it, like 2 or 3 locals his entire time known. Placed second at one of the locals. Going all the way to top 8. Right? Like, whether you like it or not, Street Fighter's going online. Street Fighter 6, and as I've played the beta a little bit, the netcode was pretty solid between country to country, coast to coast. And I know that if it has those good connections, that we're going to be able to make a lot of connections with players. Just, get that knowledge between regions and stuff like that. We haven't seen a lot of those Chinese players like Zhen in those other regions.
I mean, once it gets good enough, it's going to be an improvement over offline. You don't need to sit there and hope for that one person to show up to the local that gives you that Alex experience. You'll be able to find someone in your community, Discord or whatever. And as I mentioned, and you'll be hearing a lot of chat about this on Twitter, it's all about interacting and getting more talking more with the other players and getting information from others and not being so solitary in your practice, which a lot of us is like to do. It's the nature of the game to play just one-on-one and always be on your own, you versus the world. But I think moving forward, a lot of us are really thinking like maybe we need to engage a lot more. So if you haven't already, guys, Stream Team Battle Discord has got a lot of players in there of all types of ranks, and by the time Street Fighter 6 starts, we're going to be booming. Trust me on that one. So join the Discord, whenever you feel like leveling up, because I see people in the chat always talking. Speaking of which, that leads us to Workshop Wednesdays. We've seen so many players coming through, and with setups, we have a bunch of setups lined up. So you can, I want to join this guy. I want to join this guy. Just like a real local.
Yeah, and it's kind of like almost like Street Fighter 6, where it's got those like little arcade cabinets that you can walk into and just kind of watch 2 random guys play a set. Do the same thing in the Discord too. Everybody that's in the setup is going to be streaming. Just hop in, look what's going on, ask some questions, run some games. It's great. We got Rager and I running the thing every night on Wednesday. Welcome to watch replays and stuff like that. I know there are a couple people asking us to watch some replays next week, or this week actually. Now, as just talking about in the past, time zones are hard. Don't try it.
Okay, as we get these guys going on, guys, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central, battle for the ugliest costume in the game.
Look at those ugly shoulder pads, bro. They have a whole face on them and everything, bro. The big ass nose.
Minister of Defense with a 10, and that brings up the 60. Minister of Defense, a name I've been seeing in the chat quite a bit recently. Don't think I know who you are, and don't think I've seen you in the Discord, but thanks for supporting Stream Team Battle. Now jump on to the platform and play sometime and really experience that action. But got first to 10, Rager versus Mr. Mistopheles, and Cody Mayer got money on Rager?
Got money on Rachel. You were cheering for Mistopheles like when I was talking with you in the Twitch chat, in the Knuckle Deuce Twitch chat, bro. What you talking about?
He's kind of, yeah, he's kind of a bandwagoner.
Oh, he's a demon. I like that a lot. And what I do like as well, I like the both teams kind of got the red color scheme going too. I don't know if I like the straight cross on like that.
Yeah, so battle for the costume, you know, that's an interesting thing because people do get attached to the identity of their costume. Like they want to be known for that person in ranked that use that costume. It sounds a little crazy to me, but that's real life. So let me tell you something interesting real quick. Disturbia is the favorite in this because the other two players on Team 2 were the favorites for theirs, and they lost. So it's only uphill for Team 1.
It's gonna be really tough for them as well here. Just look at the pressure that Jerry gets out of those low fireballs as well. Once they're hard to navigate, and I think I just noticed Taku's has V trigger too, but has the V skill 1, so he might be able to navigate those a little bit better than most players.
Yeah, that's always something about Disturbia that I forget. That really rare V skill 2. You never see that.
It's gonna be interesting for sure, but Taku's gonna activate that V trigger too, but just getting pushed into the corner, that command grab, that dirty boxing.
Oh, it gives it that extension right there.
I've literally never seen a Jury player run V skill 2, so I didn't know. I don't know what it does. I still don't know what it does.
That V skill 2 is how Jury was able to take that round out for Disturbia, and looking even more stark for Team Cero.
It's a little bit tough to navigate as well. This fireball game, I'd like to see a little bit more V skill. We were talking about EX to EX, but it's still doing it.
Still there.
Speaking of EX moves, just dash low's gonna take him coast to coast. Like California instead of Chicago over here in this left corner of the screen.
Okay, yeah, Taku getting beat up right now.
It's gonna be a little bit tough pushing.
Damn, the overhead. We've been got so many zany Balrogs on Stream Team Battle lately.
I know, we've had some of the best. We had Ultimate Weapon on before.
Wow. Taku.
The Ultimate Weapon's gonna be that EX flip.
Let's go.
Big trouble. If he can't handle that V trigger,
Looks good.
it's be an early night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the moment you see her like throw those charges out, you can sweep her because her box extended it.
Good to know.
Just hearing
Taku.
that voice talking about
As I mentioned,
was.
I saw his name in a bracket, second place, only to underscore. He's got experience, which kind of goes a long way. Going back to what Cero said about just, you know, not second guessing yourself, with the bracket experience, that definitely is going to help you out.
Oh, 100%, yeah, and it's one thing to just be like an online player, right? But it's nothing to be in person. Have those nerves, and even if you know, every time you run the site, you'll still maybe get butterflies, but sometimes you need that feeling. A little bit of nerves to keep you on your edge, keep you on your toes. Speaking of toes, watch those dash
Wow,
toes.
there was so much EX in such a little bit of time. How meaty was that? God.
Whole screen was orange, misses the grab, and that's gonna take it for Disturbia.
Oh, you getting hit saved you.
Fatal mistake.
We take those. We take those. That's all skill.
The on hit avoid.
Talking about that, yeah, he got clipped by it, but that grab whiff was still in hit stun.
Well, we even saw that in Capcom Cup. Laura's crouch light kick hitting and messing up the command grab. happens.
Just getting a lot of mileage here. Just look at these. I was talking about that stand medium kick being a neutral menace, and it seems that it's been interrupting a lot of his pressure, and that crutch light punch actually as well. EX DX. Bruh.
He's disturbed.
He's disturbing me with these EX moves. A lot of funny orange on the screen right now. Activate Veer
It's
versus
amazing he still has hung on to that the way that he's hung on to it. Oh my god, he's going
Yo,
orbital!
look like Ending Walker.
What are you? What was that?
He's going insane right now, bro. Let him cook.
No, I don't know if I can sign
It's
off. I don't know if I can
cook.
sign off on that. That's
Looking like Ending Walker with the EX on opponent wake up right now.
Oh,
That was diabolical.
We've been seeing that on the Stream Team Battles since way before Ending Walker was born. 2-0 Disturbia, bringing it to 8-1. This might be an early night,
So you
ladies and
don't have to be
gentlemen.
scared of her.
Sarah's just trying to tell Taku to just be confident in his neutral game. But it's just not looking out too well for Team Sero, and I like that air-to-air conversion, right? Get off, don't need to do it.
The engagement on Team 1, the momentum, the enthusiasm is playing. I think that's playing a pivotal role in this right now. Disturbia does not look the least bit concerned.
I agree with that, Sino. I think Prototype really brings the vibes to Team 1 for sure. I remember when I was in Stream Team League, just hearing their comms, it was so much more active over there, so much more energy and excitement. We kind of need to see that, especially from Balrog player. You know, that character's known for just being active and being, you know, just commanding the neutral with these big dash straight, big buttons. But not really able to do it right now. Big tap.
I'll have you know, Rich, that the new charge feature actually was inspired by Marvel Snap.
By Marvel Snap.
He was inspired as well to snap Taku's neck as we go into the last round, guys. This is getting bad dicey.
Raise Fireball, you can do like EX sweep, or you could do like EV skill.
Sarah's trying to tell him to navigate those fireballs with that V skill, just like we were talking about earlier in the set. And it seems like Taku's taking that advice, navigating him a little bit better than the last time.
This is really interesting going to the next set because, as I mentioned before, I try to matchmake based on favorites, etc., and all the favorites have won, or all the underdogs have won.
Underdogs. Kind of love to see an underdog story right now, but
It's getting,
I'd love to see a
getting
reverse
too doggy.
Yeah, I'd like to see the reverse sweep. But this pressure finds his way out. Activate.
Goes for the overhead, but that doesn't work.
He's gone for the overhead. I think he's 0 for 3 on those.
Taku! Oh no! Taku!
they nerfed that.
Oh,
Unfamiliarity
let's get
with the V trigger.
Nice. GG's.
We take those. We take those.
Chef
pretty-
Boyardee out here, so we like to see.
All skill. That was all
We gotta
skill.
play jury like
You guys are-
sex. Do you feel
Alright, I'm gonna cut that off right there. I don't wanna do
Yeah,
that
they're
no
getting a
more.
little ahead of themselves. Wow, this is looking rough. But it's worth mentioning, guys, this is the first of 15. It's never too late. We got Biggamal coming up and CeroBlast, who beat Prototype handily in Stream Team League. This is why I set this up the way it's set up, but it's just not going in Team 2's favor right now. They need to think of something. Biggamal, I think it might be the one to turn this one around. As
Yeah,
much
I
as you
remember that was-
can, there's too much of a deficit.
It's gonna be really rough. We need to see Biggamal really needs to win his next set.
He does.
He needs to clutch this up, and it's gonna be interesting to see. I'd love to see more active talk out of Team 2, especially since Sarah's a Ken main and Biggamal is also a Ken player. Like it's perfect. It's like you set these cards up or something weird like that. Don't know how that works. But it's someone to listen to in this really tough matchup for Shotos, right? You play a lot of Shotos, don't you, Stack? Poison, known for being one of those more frustrating characters in that kind of neutral against Shotos in particular, right?
Just forces you to play a different game, yeah.
Completely. And so
And,
it's gonna be
with
interesting to see.
With a patient play like Biggamal, it's actually hard to say how well that's going to transfer over because in order to, you need to be a little preemptive. But what do we got over here? I heard something beautiful.
Big no-no.
Speak Too Soon has been the MVP of the night with another 15. He's trying to push us to where that range where we get that last donation. Speak Too Soon. Thank you again very, very much.
Yeah, Thank you so much. And I saw actually. Thank you for the compliments on the shirt. Stack and I are both themed for the blackout tonight, right? We're both wearing black and red.
Black
Actually,
and red.
completely unintentional. But I was like, it's blackout, right? So I gotta put on something nice. You know, people are putting on a show for us. Thank you, Mac. Thank you.
Going into these last 2 sets, guys, we only need $25 more to hit that. And as you can see, look what just that captainhood is doing for Team 1.
Prototype is just so active in the chat right now, just hyping up his teammates, giving them that energy right now. And I think that the other team can turn this around. I really think that Biggamal and Cero can be the anchors that Team 2 needs to turn this entire thing around, especially with the charge mechanic. If Cero runs that charge mechanic with Prototype, that's a lot of points on the table, right?
Oh yeah, and like I said, he has that patient style, but I think with CeroBlast right behind, they're going to be able to put a game plan together fast. Because how much does Prototype know about the Poison Ken matchup?
The matchup you hear constantly, right? Just like the Luke mirror. Every day I hear Poison Ken, for sure. So it's going to be an interesting matchup going into here.
Oh, they went with the other stage. I really wish I had this stage as the mod because it's really a nice stage. But you know what?
It's funny it said that. It said Shizaku at night, and then it's...
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if it means I haven't purchased it yet?
Do you not
I don't know. I must if I have the other one, right? But
It's
in
an
any case-
alternate stage.
Yeah.
Just getting a lot of mileage with these low whips here. And,
Anyways, we get to see the screen in even more crisp definition.
I love the grid, bro. I love the grid. And I've just noticed already that Biggamal is playing so much more aggressively than he usually does. Normally he's like looking for a standing light confirm into a DP for 90% of the set. But he is just jumping and going wild, taking him coast to coast right now. Run on Oki.
Yeah, there might have been a cue there, you know, like you're not gonna be able to sit here and pick Poison apart. You gotta get in. And he's
wow,
he found an
jab, the
opening.
confidence to jab through that. Could have activated, actually close it out. Back throws.
The fear of the CA.
And
Gave
I
Glitter the
really
opening.
like that. And kind of just missed what Sarah was saying, but I think just telling him to just could have activated off that EX DP. That's okay.
Found it. Yeah, he has a game plan for sure.
He's playing a lot more aggressive and confident than he normally does, which I really like to see. You can't really play the zoning game against Poison with how much chip damage they can be doing with those big whips. EX heart rate though, the menace of the society.
Glitter not coming to play. She will overextend and give you the openings, but you better be ready for all of it all the time because you're not going to dissuade her easily. Is that it? Glitter. With that patented gold whip.
We up now. I like that. I like that.
10-1.
That's not looking good for Team Sarah. Is that something that Glitter's known for? Let's hear what Sarah. What's Team Sarah talking about? I hear them popping off over there. Great. I'm glad I missed that one.
Yeah,
so.
you know, all you need. That all was required was a throat clear. You know, Biggamal.
That's all I heard.
So,
Round one.
in any case, Biggamal. You know, he saw the openings with those somersaults. I think he's long from being out of this. I think once he finds those openings and is able to maybe get that Oki a little bit more tight, because we saw there are some crucial gaps there.
There are some gaps there. I think Biggamal just needs to get a little bit more comfortable, right? You know, everyone gets a little bit nervous now on the stream, and that's no different for these top, higher level players. He's starting to see him loosen up a little bit more, doing some more risky moves like that heavy Tatsu, skip some neutral buttons that Poison makes the cast suffer through.
Damn, had an opening there. There's been a couple of like situations like that where there could be a bit of a punish. Biggamal wasn't getting it. But he's
Didn't do
got
the full V trigger.
Ooh, whoa!
What a confirm into EX. That's gonna wrap it up. Glitter in that round. Really liking that.
I've never seen that button hit so meaty and neutral. Usually it's from a reset of some kind.
Yeah. For sure. EX heart rate. No, that was a different one. I don't know what that one's called. Look up.
It's low orange. That's what it is. All right.
Funny orange whip.
Yeah, orange. Slap. Okay, Biggamal getting the hits. Biggamal's getting damage and pressure, but Glitter does not seem the least bit concerned.
And Glitter not really looking deterred either from doing these flips on block strings and neutral. Glitter has their game plan. They are going to run with it all the way to that west coast. Just taking so much fire damage. Look like Dawson.
Opening.
Could have activated right there though.
Biggamal. He has a chance. She's going for it.
Patented standing light kick poke.
Gets the hit. Wait.
This could be cashing out. He might cash out. I think he's gonna cash out.
Oh. In any case, it's gonna be a good position. Wait. That's it.
Yeah! Oh, let's go. Come on, Biggamal.
Feels good.
Okay.
I love the energy over there. Sarah rooting for another Ken player. I think that's all we really needed to get this team to light up right there. And it seems that Biggamal also feeling a little bit more confident in this round going in as well.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I think CeroBlast feels super confident going up against Prototype to at least buy them one more opportunity.
Yeah, it could definitely happen here. You know, even with that,
huge drop, horrible drop in a super bad position.
Ken taking it into the corner right now. Biggamal not gonna use. Oh, I was gonna say he wasn't gonna use a V reversal, but he does. Works his way out of the corner here. Ken needs that throw.
He actually had the super right there. If he could find it. Wow.
Oh, he could have confirmed it as super, but he didn't.
Biggamal finds the hit.
Yeah, Biggamal. Let's go, Biggamal. Let's go. You got me one win. All right, you guys can leave it up to me now.
Sarah's feeling confident, and I love the energy now of the team too right there. That's all we really needed to see was these players kind of loosen up and open up a little bit. You can see that Biggamal taking these bigger risks with that DP. It could have dropped. I wouldn't have felt confident doing that. I don't know about you.
I mean, going into these other divisions, if we go into critical division, I am not confident that it'll go exactly the same way, which is good for Team 2. I think if we were to give someone like PimpDaddyCane another shot, or MashingMonkey another shot, they might have a chance to throw it around. It just didn't have the time to adapt, but after sit and think about it for a while, the Glitter's all over this.
Look at this damage.
Yeah.
Rush counter. Glitter not happy about that last game right there. A deafening first round.
Yep. But Biggamal does see what it takes to win. Does he have the mental fortitude to go with it though?
That's stand heavy kicking a lot of mileage. I believe that's stand heavy kicking. So mileage there. And I don't want to say it's
enough.
It's looking a bit gold on the other side.
Let's see. I know she wants it.
Might be a reset here.
That'll put Prototype. Not today.
Goes for the chip. Goes for the chip damage just to be sure that Glitter doesn't get the perfect, but actually takes them coast to coast with free Oki.
Yeah. Whoa. And actually, Ken's V trigger so volatile.
Oh, could have activated off that, but decides to not do that one. Big
jump
in right there.
Big drops it.
Oh,
no.
Let's go.
Oh.
We take those. We take those.
Major error.
Take those.
And I wonder if that was like maybe a little bit of CFN delay or something like that. He had the hit confirm off the counter hit and just didn't get that EXDP, and he had the activate still the whole time in the set.
Damn.
Unfortunate to see, but I'm just can't let that affect you going into this last game. What could be this last game with Glitter on set point.
With the way things are going, Prototype might only need to win 3 games now. That's something that even despite how the last set with Proto and Cero went last time, he could accomplish that. But
Biggamal just has so much stun built on him now. Look at this.
Yeah, Glitter's just playing her game and running over Biggamal. Biggamal has these flashes of being able to keep up with his offense, but it's not consistent enough, and Glitter is on round point already. Whatever that means. She's almost got his ass is what I'm saying. Here we go.
Basically, just working him into the corner there with that golden whip. Just frustrating, and as the longer these sets go on, you can see it against characters like Fong as well. You just kind of get frustrated just getting zoned out so hard. That EX heart rate note for being one of those more frustrating moves in the game as well.
And it's kind of funny because he's not even really getting zoned out. She's rushing his ass down.
Yeah, she's playing like Ken should be playing.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a space trap if I've ever seen one. Glitter, one interaction away.
Flips.
Come on, not ready to die.
Activates off the crouch medium. Not gonna spend anything else other than the absolute minimum here, trying to run the setback.
Jump. Wait, no.
Might have been a
How unfortunate
rollback.
was that?
Might have been
What's
some
going
rollback.
on?
Team 1.
3.
Take that
Oh. Oh, 3-1. 3-1. He got one on the board. 12-2.
Crazy. That's what I was like holding my breath for.
He was really worried about the DPs, but we didn't really ever actually see anything too crazy from Biggamal. Biggamal playing really respective on the wake-ups. Other than that wake-up super for the chip to prevent the perfect, Biggamal's playing really respective, and that might have been what, kind of determined the set. I know Cero probably was urging him to, get a little bit crazy. But
It says, okay, Cero ready to get charged right out the gate. I hope they know that it only applies for one game, but in case it doesn't matter, but they are confident right out the gate.
Oh, I see that.
Maybe that was the thought process that Cero had, like, oh, I'm going to get double points for my entire set and just win it right here. That is not how that works. It's a one-game scenario, but nonetheless, very helpful.
Cero thought it was the whole set.
I had a
Yeah,
feeling.
there it is.
I had a
Homie was
feeling.
trying to get 10 points in a set. Oh man.
But
That
now
would've
remember, I think Cero is the heavy favorite in this matchup. Even Prototype told me, I hate this matchup. It's 7-3 for Ken. I don't know if I totally agree, but they would know. And this is their last shot. They can at least get something going momentum-wise. CeroBlast wins 5-0, turns everything around. Guys, we are $25 away from our donation goal. I'm going to make you guys sit and marinate for a second, because I need a breather anyway.
Moment of silence.
Zen mode activated. But not Zen from Capcom Cup, Zen like a regular Zen.
I mean, Zen was kind of turning it up at Capcom Cup, let's be real.
Yeah, that's what Cero's going to have to do to get through this, because look at that scorecard, guys. All wins. You know how long it's been since we've seen a wash like this? If Prototype can make this happen, we don't normally see all the way down the board. We'll see like win, 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 loss, win. It just doesn't normally happen like this. This is brutal. But it's everything Prototype needs to actually win. Because, as I mentioned, the last time they ran into each other was not good for Prototype in Stream Team League.
I agree. There's got to be... Prototype's got to be going into this feeling a little bit different, right? That he's got room for error. He can play maybe a little bit more free, a little bit more wild. Speaking of wild, $10 donation. Reserve defense. Thank you so much.
Miniature, it's two people holding it down right now.
It's right there.
Speak too soon and Minister Defense is blah, 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 blah. Guys, we are $15 away. Let's hit it. Huh?
Come on, right now. Every person, just like $1. Come on.
So, hey, yeah, we'll kill some time here. So, I just mentioned, I don't even remember what scene it's on. Guys, Cero just activated the charge mechanism. So, for this next game, if Cero can win, 2 points for Team 2. But if they lose, you might as well wrap it up. That's 1 extra point lost. So, the double stakes sort of thing going on. But just what they might need to get something at least started. There it is. Thank you very much. Who is that? I didn't see the name. Let's see. Speak too soon. Thank you very much. It's been
Bro,
you
these guys.
almost single-handedly, along with Minister of Defense, getting us to the $100 that we needed. I will not hold you guys up any longer. You want to see Proto clean this up right now? Warlord versus Warlord? Or you want to see Cero turn this all the way around, huh?
Cero's been on that rank grind for a while now as well. Was playing for like, I think 16 hours
Oh my god.
earlier. Insomnia hours. Absolutely insane. On that rank grind prototype as well.
Do this. I
Level
believe
99 Ken.
I mean, it's so rough. It's such a rough position to be in. And actually, I feel like Cero has found themselves in that position time and time again where this actually happens to Cero all the time on Stream Team Battle. Hey,
League as well.
let's give you an impossible scenario.
Yeah, hey, Sarah, I need you to get this quick 5-0 real quick, and then we go to Critical Division, and then I need it to also land on you in Critical Division so that we can win.
It's 2-12 right now. We have not seen a gap like that in a long time. But with a charge being the extra point, we can get 6 points on the board, making it 12-8 going into Critical Division. That is not easy, but that is doable.
It's winnable right there. And I think the last time Sarah was in this position was, or one of the last times Sarah was in this position in Stream Team League, it was, hey, we need you to 5-0 Chris CCH
Yeah.
real quick for us, thank you. And get a perfect as well. That's what it was. So it's gonna be a tough road. You don't have the evil Ken mod on either.
Oh,
and you got the
I'm
grid alternative.
screwing him over.
It's doomed. I like the Alex costume though. Charge.
Charged up for this next game.
I love the effect that's on the points as well. It looks so cool.
Well, you guys need to know exactly what's going down. Cero's juiced up, trying to earn those 2 points right out the gate. And maybe can even tack on a perfect or two.
Oh, that'd be crazy. I think Prototype knows that since this charge is going right now, is trying to clean this one up. The DDT and the nooch.
I mean, looking good so far. It's already seeing the success. If you know, I think Prototype, even in their first set, had the most luck early on. So this charge being initiated right away, in my opinion, was probably not the best call, but there was some a little bit of misunderstanding about how it worked. But Cero's not out, not even close.
So getting away with a lot of these runs right now in this neutral, but that the nefarious Alex Crouch medium poke. But what a low confirm. I love that. Take him into the corner.
Cero needs to win this game so bad.
I like that back medium punch.
No, eat this.
Cero even feinted the overhead 2 to try and not get clipped on the wake up, but that's
V reversal.
super.
Oh, okay, they didn't have to do the V trigger 1 though. Thank God, or it'd be over. Sneaks it. Prototype looking to crush a dream right now. Oh, building up. Command grab, one situation away. Oh,
DDT whips on crouching
way too
opponents.
Cero finds a hit.
Interrupts.
Stays alive. Oh my God.
I'm sure you can. Cero going crazy on the buttons.
Yeah.
That's it. That was the only sign that was me.
I thought that was like a computer class speed run.
It's
Okay.
Cero with the hitbox.
Jump in, Proto all over it, trying to ride the momentum and take care of it now. They don't want to go to critical division either.
And I love the confirms from Cero. The safe jump option right now. I'm gonna catch the V shift.
Wow. Okay.
The disrespectful Oki that we were talking about from those Ken players.
I got orange
Your wake up.
too.
Your wake up. Your wake up. I didn't ask.
Wow. And a great situation. Those 2 points. Inbound. As long as Prototype's got a lot of resources to make magic happen, this could be it.
Hey, crush counter. That might wrap it up right there.
A little bit health left.
The magic pixel.
Can Proto withstand? The V trigger's gone.
More V trigger
Lows.
on Cero's side.
Oh my gosh. Where is it? Oh my God.
Oh my god. Holy
What
shit.
was that?
Just a
The
little bit.
magic
Good
pixel.
shit.
Oh man.
2 points.
Cero's not even saying a word right now. Prototype can't be happy about that. That was literally it. That could have just wrapped it up. Prototype
Oh
had
my
so much room there. That could have been double points. That would have been 14 to 2 right there.
Oh
been, but it
my
wasn't.
gosh. No, that would have been 13-1 is what it would have
15 to 1.
been.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, that was crazy to watch.
That was a delay EXDP. I'm not gonna DP right after the EX Tom. I'm gonna go ahead and wait 8 frames thanks.
Look how more confident Cero is feeling now after the charge is gone. Just knows that they don't have to win that bad, right? Can play a little bit more wild and a little bit more free.
What's kind of
Playing
interesting
with
though is we have to remember that Prototype has one too. So once
Prototype
if Prototype can win one more game, you might want to tack that on and get that 2 extra points to finish the set right here, right now.
And that might be what their team is looking for right now, in that to just, you know, it's Alex, right? One of those grappler characters. Sometimes you can get caught in the vortex. And if you can get caught in the vortex twice, Cero can get caught in the vortex twice.
Lots of unsure buttons right here. Cero, that win was huge.
A big momentum shift for Team 2 right now.
Actually, that was huge too. Yep, that's a super. Close it out now. I'm not dealing with this.
Right there, baby, right there. It's completely silent on Team One side. Not a word from anybody over there. Both players super focused and honed in right now on these sets. Prototype not looking to lose again to CeroBlast, not after Stream Team League.
In order to go full gorilla, you have to emulate the serene jungle environment.
I was thinking they need more go wild. We got the Alex with the lion head, right? The wild. I love that costume.
Lion, king of the jungle, and lions don't even live in jungles, so that doesn't make sense. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Cero trying real hard, and after making something like that happen, anything's possible. C8? Nope. Of course, Cero's greedy ass will hang on to it.
Steps opts to spend it on that EX Fireball right there. But Prototype not having it, trying to poke his way back out of the corner. EX Stomp's gonna take it.
Prototype hanging on to the V-shift. Are you serious?
Another EX Stomp's gonna take
Prototype.
it. Big slam. Not a word on either side.
Alex
A
wins.
little bit.
Puts himself in kill range. If he wants it, he could charge right back up and end it right now, but he has to know that if it doesn't go his way, that's a point lost. Is that worth it? Nah. Something to think
Interesting
about.
to see.
Round one.
I wonder.
Fight.
Both teams again dead silent right now. They're so honed in and focused right now. Minus Mavado talking about, but other than that,
13-4.
big uphill battle for CeroBlast right now.
Nearly insurmountable, and just by the oh my god. They both got a little sass in their game, that's for sure.
The charge mechanic looming over CeroBlast's head throughout this entire set right now. At any point, it can be the play, you know, the wrap up.
They still made a good call using that charge and getting that extra point because the 6-point ceiling still remains. The potential.
Now, an absolutely disrespectful wake up EXDP is going to shift it, but Prototype shifting right back to the left side of the screen.
Proto
DDT.
getting a lot more luck than their first encounter together.
Round two.
Prototype might be looking for that charge mechanic sooner rather than later. He doesn't know. I wouldn't see why he wouldn't activate it right now.
Actually, Cero seemed to be playing a little bit more passive than we're used to. It seems getting a little less zany, even though the way they wish they won that last game. I'm still thinking about it. Punished.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely aggressive play from Cero, trying to just keep him locked in there, but Prototype always manages to find his way out somehow, either with an EX Stomp or charging his V skill twice in neutral.
Yeah, the EX Stomp is actually taking him a long way, and always seemingly having a V trigger, like all the time, ready to go. Hit. And oh wow.
Jabs on the wake up for the option there, and that's just
Final round.
really
Light
tight there.
DP. Cero is so greedy that they don't even want to spend meter on the wake up DP. I'd rather save it for the next round.
And the drop confirmed there, could have gone into the light Tatsu, but maybe just out of range. Cero knows the character much better than I do.
Wow.
Poking back, what a confirm. That was so fast on my screen. Gonna get Oki after the double dash.
Yeah. Prototype really bringing a lot more heat than the first set I remember. I think I remember Cero just kind of
Walking over him.
so much liberty, but this time Proto.
He's
Making
clapping
him
back
sweat.
right now.
No resources.
The EX stomps.
Proto, like I said,
Bar.
always got that 2-bar V trigger.
Always ready to go. Able to spin it on the V shifts and the V reversal, not have to worry about making a big
The
comeback.
dash grab.
Cero's gonna just clean that up right there, and once
10
again,
wins.
not a lot of noise out of these teams. I think both teams giving their captains the utmost respect and ability to focus on that, right? To just really
Of
hone it on the
course,
side. I know
yeah.
Prototype really. Oh, this was an uphill battle, right?
Last thing I would
Round
want
one.
is to hear a bunch of chitter chatter while I'm trying to play. I know that much. Some players can really listen and play at the same time. These players probably wouldn't learn a whole lot from, you know, their lower division compatriots.
I think if anything, both these people are specialists in their character. CeroBlast literally known for the Ken. What advice is Biggamal going to give CeroBlast in such an unfamiliar matchup, first of all? Right, and at such a high level, these people are playing so fast. It's like that Dragon Ball Z thing, right? Can't really follow them.
Doesn't get the combo though. Expected the counter hit actually. Their ranks put together actually only equal the top 300. Think about that. Rank 261, rank 39. Amazing.
Yeah, you're right.
Prototype still fighting hard for these last couple points, but Cero making sure it's not going to come easy. And even if Cero's able to do this, they have still such a long road ahead of them, but that bar still gold.
Oh, big stun. Right now,
Okay.
Cero really close to meter. Might be able to get a big. Might go into
one
not
more
gonna go into
conversion.
super. EX Fireball. No more super on deck. V-trigger is.
Four. Wow.
Bro.
What's that super? What's that perfect so bad? Doesn't get it. There's gonna be no. Looks like none of those tonight. Damn.
If Cero got that perfect, that would have been another big momentum shift for a team too as well.
Proto up around, but look how many resources there are. Cero's gonna have to do a little bit more work than just get a super. Or I'm sorry, other way around.
That's true. And Cero with all hands on deck right now. Doesn't even need it with that anti-air. Gonna wrap it up and close it out. There.
Final
Both
round.
of them going to the third round with lightsabers.
Big meter on deck right there. It'd be interesting to see where they're gonna actually spend that, whether on the nooch or just the big buttons. Crouching medium kick, getting a lot of miles in the nooch.
Yeah, a lot of success actually with just the pokes and the slashes. Just these individual stray hits that Prototype is doing is adding up to so much. And EX Stomp,
Yeah.
such a good move to spend your meter on.
Oh. Gets him out of the. It's getting Prototype out of the corner so much this entire set. He's burnt 2 bars on it in just this round alone.
It's worth noting that because CeroBlast is able to block the EX Stomp after the fireball, that means there could have been a DP tucked in there. So it's something that's... Whoa!
Big whiff right there. Gonna cash out on it, taking him back to that left corner.
Yeah, you could get away with that V reversal with the V trigger too. V reversal again.
Prototype hanging on by a thread.
Bad position actually. Ugh. Oh, actually reacted.
Gets stomped through the fireball.
Gets the crouch medium kick right there. It was looking real bad for Cero, but it's almost like the whole situation has been. It's almost like Cero thrives in bad situations.
Cero really lives for that. In those risky situations, you can't even predict what they're gonna wake up with. Whether it's an EXDP like we saw, and that set the delayed EXDP, or just a little light DP, or
Round 1.
V-shift crouch medium kick.
Fight.
The way Prototype is using the EX Stomp, I think, is the real big change between the last time they played. He's almost like... It's hard to even see him charging sometimes. He does it so fluidly and getting past even EX fireballs and punishing. That's different.
Yeah, Prototype's really good about these kind of like these little charge partitions that he has going on right now. He's got a lot of options, and it's crazy how much he's able to walk CeroBlast down to the corner. Speaking of which,
Huge mistake. You do not want to make that kind of mistake with Cero.
especially when he was so close to stun as well.
Nah, that was a bad move. I don't even know how that happened.
I don't know. It was the just unlucky, I guess, on the juggle points. Low forward and
As
fireball.
close as this has been, Cero has managed to edge out to make this 3-1. It seems like it's 3-3.
It really does right now. These rounds have been so close. Prototype putting on a hell of a show.
Yeah, as I said, I think their last set went 2-5, and it was going radically different at first, but Cero kind of keeping that pattern going.
Once again, Prototype just so good about always having a charge on deck. Just ready to go whenever he gets one of these stray confirms. And you were talking about that earlier, these players at such a high level, just like one little hit. Gotta make the most out of it. And Cero's trying to do that just now, taking him into the corner.
Stand light kick into heavy Tatsu?
Yeah.
Buffer? Very interesting. Oh my god.
EXDP on the throw break.
Tenacity. The throw, but Prototype fully loaded. It's all right
Throw
here.
loops.
What? What happened? Was that into
Everyone goes
DP?
for three.
Prototype, give it another shot. Cero, not a single resource to be found.
Prototype burn all his resources as far as the beam meter is concerned, but critical alert on deck. One straight hit.
That's a punish. Cero up 4-1, trying to turn it around.
just
10 wins.
once again, these players so focused on what they need to be doing right here as far as the neutral goes. And you were talking about it again, we mentioned it earlier, there's just one little hit, capitalizing off of it. And CeroBlast's been really good about just getting those like one little poke with like a stand light. You were talking about that was like stand light punch and just heavy Tatsu.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
that was one of the
So
weirder
much
buffers I've ever seen. That being said, take a look at the score, guys. 13-7. It's not looking so crazy anymore. If Cero can get one more on the board, that makes it 13-8 going into critical division, making it so important where it ends up going. Is it going to be Biggamal Glitter? Is it going to be DJ?
I like the anti-air from Prototype, but Cero biting back with their own Wake Up EX DP. It's a little more tough here. Check it out. Sweep to sweep.
What a neutral jump. Has not presented that option up until just now, and it paid off big time going into this last round.
It's really good right there for sure. And Cero might have been able to do EXDP and close it out, but Cero really loves saving that meter, and I mean it's Ken builds meter really fast right now. Could end up getting a super really early in this round.
Nice catch.
Trying to close things up early.
These relentless buffers. What's going on with that?
Cero's feeling really confident right now. You can just see it in their
Wow.
play style. Look at that catch to the
Oh! Get
Get
the hit!
jump into the overhead. Stun.
Oh, and get up there!
Taunt.
I got something for you. You better win this one now, Cero, but I think Prototype is stuck. He's glued. He's glued.
Oh.
Cero!
Cero could have wrapped it up with the super to be extra BM. That was so. That was
Brings
so,
life.
So fucked up.
10 wins.
Holy shit! Why would you do that?
Brings life to the
That stand really
team.
was fucked up though.
That was a
Agree,
little
that's-
effed up.
That was a little bit messed up.
But
Cero's getting canceled.
Putting the team within the realm, and remember, guys, going into the critical division, this is the last set no matter what. It's going to be set to first to 10 because, if my math serves me right, Team 2 needs to win 7, Team 1 needs to win 2. Rough.
What if this lands on CeroBlast? GG, shake my hand. And I'm so glad the replay caught the
That
edge of
little
the
last
taunt.
part? Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
show
let's
me a real attack.
take one more glance into the gambling round before we get going, guys. Let's mark off that last one. Thank you guys again for your donations. This has been a wild one. If CeroBlast can cross their fingers and hope that it lands on the right division, because other than Division 1, it's not looking good.
Kind of a blowout.
Taku did not have the answers for Disturbia. Biggamal did not have the answers for Glitter. Their best bet is either right back to Division 1 or maybe Division 4, where I don't think PimpDaddyCane will let that happen quite the same way again. But in any case, it's looking rough.
Let's spin that wheel and let's hear what these teams are thinking about as we break into that critical division. You had mentioned that Biggamal didn't really have the answers. I saw some gears turning, right? I'm wondering if they go back into that set, if the nerves will get to Biggamal and they might just end up playing the same, or if he's really just going to adapt and he might be able to bring something new to the table. I think he would be up after those two divisions that you listed there. I think he has a decent chance. The rounds were closer than the score.
Andy asks, who's in critical division? Let's find out.
Oh,
Cero,
boy.
CeroBlast, hoping and hoping and hoping. Here we go.
It leads to one division.
It's destiny. It is destined to hit critical one.
Division 4.
Division 5, baby. 4.
Okay.
Okay.
That's, like I said,
It's
a better spot for them, not the best.
Remember,
No spot was super good, but as I mentioned, PimpDaddyCane was the best chance for something to happen. He wakes back up. We're going back to Division 4, guys.
and Stack, remind me, are they allowed to use the charge in critical division? Does it matter what division, the base division the players are from, or can they use a charge right here and just clean it up right now, one round?
He can do that. He can do that.
So that might end up happening right now, especially
That's actually
with how early.
very
this
smart.
is.
Yeah, you're right.
And that was really cool. Yeah. The moment I saw that one pass Right there, I was like, man, it's going to 4, ain't it? And they went right to 4, but I think, I genuinely believe that PimpDaddyCane might actually be able to run this. He just needs to make these small adaptations against Mavado's kind of more wild, big button playstyle, right?
I'm really curious to see if PimpDaddyCane can make a change, because I saw that I don't think Mavado was completely outplaying him. I think there was hope there. We're going into critical division. Let's see if he can come up with something. But Mavado has a pretty easy task ahead of him. He only needs to win 2 before PimpDaddyCane wins 7. Not asking for a whole lot.
Could just be 1.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything on that front yet. But let's get it going.
Let's see what they do. Mavado maybe feeling a little bit of pressure too. That would not look good if your opponent ran it back.
You know,
that
that's
hard.
actually a fair assumption. That is kind of a lot of pressure. Hey man, just win the whole thing. Oh, and also don't blow it, or you're not welcome to any of our like get-togethers.
Yeah, if
You don't know.
use that charge mechanic and you lose, you just stole my points away? Are you kidding me? Don't ever shake my hand again. Don't talk to my kid. We're not on speaking terms.
Yeah, we're not like that.
I haven't it anymore. But
What can PimpDaddyCane do? What was such a big problem there? It was like, pretty much from what I remember, PimpDaddyCane spending so much time getting that presidentiality, which was making a big impact, but it just wasn't adding up to the amount of damage that Mavado was getting from the straight hits and neutral.
and Bison
And Bison, huh? I didn't
like
see the level next to it.
25.
25. That sounds pretty fresh.
Mavado's only 30 on Ed. So it's a little bit closer than you think. These players both probably just did the character trials and they're like, alright, I'm a Bison now. Alright, I'm a dead.
Well, let's see.
But that was pretty Bison made of him to do rough sweep and neutral. I like it.
Right out the gate, yeah.
Yeah, big buttons. No punish on the V skill.
Well, we'll see what his plan is with this. Maybe it's just maybe a different look, you know? Like maybe this guy knows how to play against G, which I don't necessarily think was the issue. But it might just make you approach it differently and feel differently about it.
Especially with a character like M Bison, right? Who's like a really momentum, like, you feel so oppressed when you're playing against him, and the G wasn't really able to capitalize on that kind of oppressive feel, but I think he's doing a bit better, feeling a little bit more active right now from PimpDaddyCane.
It's true. He's getting more damage. He's got a life lead right now.
Exactly. Mavado just trying to chip him away with those flickers.
For how long does he have the life lead? He's got that hard knockdown. Channeling his inner Zen. That's what it is. He's like, I saw Zen do it. I can do it.
Sweep and activate the Bison standard. Be reversed. Get me out of there.
So far, I've seen some luck. Wow.
I got mixed.
Mavado telling MashingMonkey, that's how you EX upper, okay?
Yeah. Take notes, kid. Just dash up throw, gonna wrap it up right there, and I really like that.
Let's go. Give me more of that. Give me more of that.
It's already starting off stronger, honestly. Mavado didn't really seem to have an answer out the gate.
Yeah, just only getting damage with those EXTPs, really.
Yeah.
And look at that spacing. It seems like PimpDaddyCane has a little bit more of a handle on Bison than we initially thought.
Yeah, it could just be, you know, I like the way Bison closes the gap. Maybe he felt like he was having a hard time closing that gap, and that Bison kind of handles it a little easier.
But a lot of close to stun here, a lot of pressure in this corner. Same
Wow.
boxing as last time. Flicker into EXTP is gonna get the stun. Oh.
Man, he is not interested in continuing this round.
And a bold V shift out of the corner right there. That's gonna wrap it up. Mavado probably
He doesn't know the matchup, bro. He was
Seemed to
It's like I
hesitate
turned
a
it
little
on.
bit.
They just knew. They knew. I don't know. They're like, oh,
Stream
I'm on the
hunting.
mic. Stream sniping.
Yeah,
A lot of
PimpDaddyCane.
mileage off of those EX stomps.
I told you, this was CeroBlast's team's best chance. I still think so. I mean, he's getting hits.
It's looking big right now. And with the life lead again, gets clipped by the low though.
Whoa.
It's gonna tie it up. A lot of miles. Trying to use that sweep a little bit more liberally than I thought. EX scissor kicks once more.
Yeah, and it's pretty much the same part for the course for Mavado. It's getting a lot of hits just like that, adding up.
Unsafe.
And as soon as he gets that close pressure going, that's a
Throw
big
to the
turnaround.
corner. It's Bison. Anything can happen, Stack.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, that didn't work though. Wait, what?
This-
Pressure. Oh, but he survives, and Mavado puts it at 1 game.
I know the matchup. I got this. Have faith.
Okay.
Oh, I got faith. Don't worry about that. I see you out here.
I didn't see complete matchup mastery,
What do you mean you knew the matchup?
but nonetheless, he knows what to do with that close pressure, and he knows where his win condition is, and that's enough. Putting it at 14-8, Team Cero, big trouble.
What if they just activated charge at the end right now?
Yeah, actually, Prototype is against it. He says, you know, we don't need it. We don't want to lose a point. We want to keep this lead as big as possible, and I respect it.
Oh, and it's interesting, someone to mention as well. V-Trigger 1 Bison. I don't know. Skill 1 as well. Might not get a lot of mileage out of it. Although, you know, the matchup that dash throws, not a lot, but activate from Ed.
Damn. He is actually not getting a whole lot out of his V-Trigger 1. If there's one thing that Beargas is handling pretty well, it is the V-Trigger 1.
I'd say he's navigating that pretty well as well. He tacked both the throws, and he was like, alright, it's over now. We're chilling.
Just got caught. He might have had a read on that, but just did it too soon.
It's a counter hit, drops the flicker. I don't think that's a real follow-up right there. Activate the sweep.
Good old-fashioned V-Trigger 1. Not enough. Round for the exhibition win right here. Mavado can close it out. We're going to have to step Mavado up a bit. PimpDaddyCane is super plat. This ain't no Ultra Gold.
My man ain't been hitting the rank. It's like Biggamal.
Let's go, Mavado. Fighting to the end, but PimpDaddyCane. Does that sound like a name that gives up to you?
It's not something that gets up to me. And look at this damage stack. He's almost stunned right now. Tries to get a shimmy with the dash.
Back throw. We
Throw him
see
out of the
that.
corner.
Throw's been working for V-Trigger. A little bit of a failed launcher.
Actually ended up punishing the V skill end lag. Kind of like that.
Finds the jump in. Mavado finds the hit. What a dash check. And the super.
That might close it out right
No,
now.
I think Bison, the dictator.
It's not gonna kill.
Still
Yeah,
in
really?
it. Oh. Where's that? EX. Double KO, but that is not enough. Team Pro.
That's unfortunate.
That's a lot.
Sanity. I love it.
Hey, yo.
Man,
Ends.
what double KO is gonna wrap it up? That I feel kind of robbed just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was harsh, but 15-8, and as usual, it goes to the deserving team. We wanted to see a comeback. We wanted to see that turnaround from Cero lead to something bigger. Hopefully, PimpDaddyCane was able to get something going, but no. Mavado's not interested. Not on my watch. No pun intended.